So today I'm going to be showing you some of the things that we like to take for a raid. This is going to include different materials, items, weapons, and armor. So this is what I have in my inventory. I know it's a lot, but when you're raiding someone, you're going to want to make sure that you do as much damage as you can to the point that's going to make it hard for them to do a counter attack. So in my inventory, of course, I have the explosives, dragon powder, the tar, along with the jars. Right now I'm carrying 100 of them. I also have 2 ambrosias because they're pretty easy to make, so I just brought them with me. Down here I have better heals, the herbal tea, and the hunch. It's also good to carry a farming equipment. Like right now I have 2 pigs, because you're not going to know when you're going to need those. Maybe you have an ally helping you out of nowhere and he can start farming rocks for a treb, or just farming up a jump tower. I also have 2 doors here, and I'll show you later why I have them. And some tier 3 materials like black ice, steel reinforcements, some insulated wood, some climbing gear in case the base is on top of a mountain. I also have coal with this fireable cauldron and this yellow lotus plant. That's so we have the option to switch our attributes when we're on the raid, because right now the game has had an update where the bestial potion memories, they have a decay timer of like I think around 2 minutes or so. I also have some bedrolls, one for my clanmate and one for me. Here I have some extra gear in case I die or he dies, or I need to switch into a fighting spec. I have my gear set right there, some extra weapons again in case he dies or I die. I also have some bows and different types of arrows, such as poison, snake, or these cheap iron head arrows. Those I can use to blow up the explosive jars. I also have a large water well, because a lot of bases are not close to a water source. So you don't want to be wasting time going to a river and filling up on water. This is a large water well, so I'm kind of overdoing it right now. You can also bring a torch, but torches can give away your position, so I recommend just taking night eye potions instead. It's gonna get dark, so you want to see everything, especially when you're raiding pillar bases, because you're gonna be climbing over structures or climbing up a mountain. I'm also taking crimson lotus powder, and I also have a couple of set antidotes. I also have some tier 1 building pieces. These are going to be used in case I want to build a jump tower. Now the tier 3, that's going to be used for land claiming. I got some repair hammers here. They don't have to be this steel repair hammers. They can just be this cheap wood hammer up here, because you want to keep track of the damage that you're doing to the enemy base. Now over here I have 3 volts. 2 volts is good, but 3 is better. 2 volts is fine though. Now if you only bring 1, then you run the risk of losing all your items. So for example, you might be raiding some people that know what they're doing, so they can just go down and blow up your vault. It takes about, what, 25 to 30 explosives. Now if you bring 2 volts, then you can just spread the loot between both of them, so they're not really going to know where or which vault to blow up. And that's another good thing to do also to your enemies, to keep them guessing. And finally I have 2 gas masks. You're going to be throwing down poison arrows, or even maybe the clan that you're raiding, they're going to be throwing gas at you. So you want to have these set masks. They always come in handy and they're easy to make. So now let's find a base right now to kind of do a mini setup of a raid. Alright. Now this looks like a quote-unquote juicy base. Here I'm going to be using a night eye potion to improve my vision in the dark. You can tell that there's going to be some type of loot in there, because it has a tier 3 altar inside. Plus, looking at the land claim, it seems that this clan is trying to protect that base, even though the land claim is tier 1. So I don't want to get too close to this pillar here, or to this clan. I kind of don't want to annoy him, just because I'm explaining something. So I'm going to build up all the way over here. So here I have, I've already set up 1 vault down, which is this one. And I also have this Mitra water fountain, which gives you water and is less expensive to make. Now I'm going to put more foundations so I can place my other vault. I want to have a big enough space between my vaults so that splash damage is not a problem in case someone tries to blow them up. There should be enough space between them, so I think everything's good with these 2 vaults. Now with the tier 3 materials that I had in my inventory, I built this box right here. So now I placed the vault inside this building, which makes it more secure, because of the walls are protecting it, of course. I have 1 door here, and since I don't want to be trapped inside this room, let's say they're blowing up from that front door, then I can just go back from the back door, and I'm out here again. I can flank them and everything. So it's always good to be thinking of ways of you not getting trapped inside your own structure. Now inside this building I can put my fireball cauldron and these plants. And finally I have this thrall over here. He's not that strong. This Leon with only 2700 HP. He will act as your alarm system, you know, attacking them, and you can also check the event log in case he dies, then that means your vaults are getting attacked. You usually want to put a thrall that's kind of weak. This guy here, he's actually fairly strong. 2700 is kind of good. So maybe try putting a low level pig or a bird or a level 1 fighter. You can also bring a map room because you're gonna be far away from your original base, of course. And you can place the map room here in the middle so it can help you take the loot back to your base much faster. You can also bring a treb, of course, everybody knows about the treb. Set it up right over there and start firing to the actual base, because if you put a treb up there and build a nice little tower, then you can actually hit that base from all the way over there. I think I have a video of us raiding a base over here. And the rocks from the treb reaches all the way to the pillar. And that's it. Now if you have more materials, then feel free to use them. You can always protect all the vaults that you place down by just setting walls around them. But you have to scout your enemy first. Looking at that base, I know that there's not going to be a lot of loot inside, just by looking at their land claim and the size of their base. And also because they don't have a god bubble. In other bases, let's say for this one, you know, for that base, now you know that there's a lot of loot in there. You can tell by the walls that they have around and everything. Now to do a recap of all the items, we have the explosives, some extra gear, farming tools, things to help you see at night, a water source, gas masks, bows and arrows, some extra food and heals, building materials, a couple of bedrolls, and some items to respec and get some buffs. So yeah, that's it. And thank you for watching.